feel lucky? Well, you ought to. Because Clint Eastwood is coming to Florida's favorite, and I am to be watching. Now, I know what you're thinking. How many movies are they going to show? Well, you'll find out when the Clint Eastwood Film Festival comes to WOFL, Channel 35. Watch it, because I'll be looking for you. Were you thinking of going somewhere? I hope not. You've all been deputized by authority of WOFL, Channel 35. You're not planning on going anywhere, are you? I didn't think so. I know what you're thinking. When do we get back to the action? Right about now. I'm serving a summons to you to appear before your television set. You have the right to pull up a comfortable chair. You have the right to fix yourself a tall, cool drink, and you have the right to remain silent. Watch the Clint Eastwood Film Festival on WOFL, Channel 35. Watch anything else, and it just might be held against you. Know your rights. I know what you're thinking. But seeing as how WOFL is showing a Clint Eastwood Film Festival, and they could just be the most exciting films you've ever seen, you have to ask yourself one question. When Clint Eastwood comes to Florida's favorite, Channel 35, would you really rather be anywhere else? Well, would you? Tonight at 8, the folks at KJTL are showing for a few dollars more. They're calling it the Cowboy Picture Show. I call it a real smart move. Deal yourself a winner on TV 18. Tonight at 8, the folks at KJTL are showing for a few dollars more. They're calling it the Cowboy Picture Show. I call it a real smart move. Riding the Texoma Trail with nothing to do? Well, Clint Eastwood's throwing a necktie party on election night, and you're all invited. So cast your ballot for the primetime movie at 8 p.m. on TV 18. It could be the swing vote when Clint Eastwood elects to hang 'em high. Go ahead, Texoma. Stick your neck out. Ever reach the end of your rope? Well, tonight at 8 on TV 18. Clint Eastwood demands a recount when a hung jury decides to hang him high. Don't forget to watch, Texoma. I'll be looking for you. Ever reach the end of your rope? Well, tonight at 8 on TV 18. Clint Eastwood demands a recount when a hung jury decides to hang him high. Feel lucky? Well, you ought to, because Clint Eastwood is riding into the Valley Zone TV 40 this week, and I aim to be watching. Now I know what you're thinking. How many movies are they going to show? Well, if you watch, you'll find out. They're calling it a Clint Eastwood week. I call it a real smart move. Riding into the Valley Zone with nothing to do? Saddle up with TV 40, Friday night at 8 p.m. for a fistful of dollars, Clint Eastwood's first spaghetti western. If you're looking for a bounty of excitement, you ought to be there. Riding into the Valley Zone with nothing to do? Saddle up with TV 40, Friday night at 8 p.m. for a fistful of dollars, Clint Eastwood's first spaghetti western. If you're looking for a bounty of excitement, you ought to be there. So go ahead, saddle up with a new Suzuki. Come in and make your deal. Ha! Looking for some action? Well, you might get more than you bargained for. Because tonight at 8 p.m. on TV 40, Clint Eastwood stars in a fistful of dollars. And I just know you'll be watching. It's a bounty you won't want to miss. Don't let a couple of pretty faces fool you. You ought to find out what Clint Eastwood and Shirley MacLaine are really up to in Two Mules for Sister Sarah, Monday night at 8. Watch it. I'll be counting on you. Don't let a couple of pretty faces fool you. You ought to find out what Clint Eastwood and Shirley MacLaine are really up to in Two Mules for Sister Sarah, Monday night at 8. Watch it. I'll be counting on you. Come on in and make your deal. Looking for a little excitement? Do yourself a favor. Sit down tonight at 8 and watch Two Mules for Sister Sarah. You might as well get comfortable, Because once it starts, I don't think you'll be going anywhere. Don't be putting yourself in a tight spot. Make sure you're watching Clint Eastwood Thursday night at 7:30 p.m. in Hang 'em High. And don't even think about leaving town. There might be another hanging. Don't be putting yourself in a tight spot. Make sure you're watching Clint Eastwood Thursday night at 7:30 p.m. in Hang 'em High. And don't even think about leaving town. There might be another hanging. Come on in and make your deal. Riding into the Valley Zone with nothing to do? Well, I hear KTXL is throwing a necktie party, and you're all invited. So watch Clint Eastwood demand a recount from a hung jury in Hang 'em High. Come on, stick your neck out. Tonight at 7:30. Clint Eastwood reaches the end of his rope Thursday night at 7:30. Watch Hang 'em High on TV 40. Clint Eastwood meets Shirley MacLaine in Two Mules for Sister Sarah, Monday night at 8 on TV 40. Clint Eastwood hunts for gold Sunday at 5. Saddle up for The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly on TV 40. I know what you're thinking. You want a piece of the action. Well, seeing as how TV 40 is showing Magnum Force Tuesday night at 7:30, I think you've just found all the excitement you're looking for. You have to ask yourself one question. When Clint Eastwood comes to the Valley Zone on election night, Don't you think he deserves your vote? Since the election, there's been a great deal of speculation about the political future. Rest assured, there are no further political aims than continuing as mayor of the United States. My only ambition for the immediate future is to watch Clint Eastwood in Magnum Force, tonight at 7:30 p.m. on the Valley Zone TV 40. I'm serving you a summons to appear before your television set. You have the right to pull up a comfortable chair, fix yourself a cool drink. You have the right to remain silent and watch Clint Eastwood in Dirty Harry, Wednesday night at 8 on the Valley Zone TV 40. Watch anything else and it might just be held against you. A person's got to know his limitations. Tonight, watch Clint Eastwood get pushed a little too far in Dirty Harry. It just could be too much excitement. But if I were you, I wouldn't want to miss it. Watch Dirty Harry tonight at 8 on the Valley Zone TV 40. See it for yourself. Clint Eastwood is a cop with his own brand of justice in Magnum Force. Tuesday night at 7:30 on TV 40. Clint Eastwood won't take no for an answer in Dirty Harry, Wednesday night at 8 on TV 40. I know what you're thinking. You want a piece of the action. Well, seeing as how TV 40 is showing Magnum Force, Tuesday night at 7:30, I think you've just found all the excitement you're looking for. You have to ask yourself one question. When Clint Eastwood comes to the Valley Zone on election night, don't you think he deserves your vote? Go ahead to your nearest Suzuki dealer and make your deal. I'm serving you a summons to appear before your television set. You have the right to pull up a comfortable chair, fix yourself a cool drink. You have the right to remain silent and watch Clint Eastwood in Dirty Harry, Wednesday night at 8 on the Valley Zone TV 40. Watch anything else and it might just be held against you. And if you're looking for even more excitement, check out your local Suzuki dealer.